Hello, just confirm if everything is fine, audio and video. Now let's get started. I'm just waiting for your reply. Is my audio and video fine? Hello. Yes. You're taking so long, man. Hold on for a second. Okay, I'm just getting started. Let's revise what we did in lines and linear relationships. The basics, I'll just give you a rough glance. You already learned about slope. Slope is nothing but change in y by change in x or rise by run. This is all about slope. And we use y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Hello. Yes. Yeah, it's a bit better now. Yeah. So here we solve few questions based on slope and all, and you already know about x-intercept, y-intercept, where the line crosses x-axis, that is x-intercept, where the line crosses y-axis, that's y-intercept. And we did a question based on Desmos here. Point slope form, like I already said you what is point slope form. Slope intercept form, point slope form, both are derived from the same slope equation. Whenever the point is on the y-intercept, then it's going to be slope intercept form. Whenever you have two random points, any two random points, you have to use point slope form. It's not mandatory to use something, but which one do we use? When you know slope, when you know y-intercept, the fastest way to get the line equation is using slope intercept form. But you know slope and any point, not the y-intercept. You know slope and you know only some point. It may be a x-intercept, it may be another point. Then use y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1 to get the line equation, point slope form. There is no much difference between slope and point slope form. M equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So just multiplying this to this will get a point slope form. I already explained these things in detail. Use wisely. Like when you have any equation, any point, then use point slope form. You have slope intercept, y-intercept. When you have y-intercept, use slope intercept form, y equals to mx plus b. You have slope, you have intercept, then use slope intercept. You have slope and any point, then use point slope form. So you are already aware of this. I'm fine with this. We already did these questions in the previous class. And same slope for parallel lines. If you see two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. You can see rise over run is same for both parallel lines. You have to remember that. If two lines are parallel, then their slopes are similar. And here you learned if two lines are perpendicular, then their slopes are -1. Product of their slopes m1, m2 equals to -1 you end up with. We already discussed. I'm just giving you a glance or idea about this. Yeah, it's fine now. Let's get started with 6.1 exercise. Okay, what is the slope of a line that is perpendicular to the graph y equals to -1 by 4x plus 5 in the xy plane? So here, just a sec. So here we need to find the slope of a line that is perpendicular to this equation. We have this equation y equals to -1 by 4x plus 5. We have to find the slope of a line that is perpendicular to this. We know that if two lines are perpendicular, then product of their slopes is -1. So what is m1? This is the line equation 1 and the slope is -1 by 4 times m2. This is the m2 is the slope of the perpendicular line equals -1. m2 equals to -1 and just transpose this to RHS. That's going to be -4 by 1. Negative positive, so m2 equals to 4. No need to do this detail. You can directly take this point, negative reciprocal of this, which is negative divided by -1 by 4 will give you the result. That's going to be negative into negative positive, 1 divided by 1 into 4 by 1, which is 4. Directly also you can do it. Question number 2. Yeah, what is the x-intercept of the graph of 8x plus 12y equals 48? They're asking x-intercept of the graph. So here, what do you mean by x-intercept? At x-intercept, y value equals to 0. Which means what does some line is crossing x-axis. That's what the x-intercept. So here, y value must be 0 here. So I just substitute y value 0 and I get the value of x. 8x plus 12 into y, that equals 48. So that 8x equals 48. 8 ones, 8 6. X equals to 6. So it's x comma y, that equals to 6 comma 0. At y equals to 0, x is 6. It's option B. Let's see question 3. in the xy plane, the y-intercept of the graph, yx minus 8y equals 40 is 0 comma c. What do you mean by y-intercept? This is a graph. Let's say y-intercept means line is crossing y-axis somewhere. At this point, x value is 0, and that they already mentioned is 0 comma c. At y-intercept, where the line crossing y-axis, that is y-intercept, in that place x is 0. I just substitute in the place of x 0. Let's see what I'm going to get. Negative 8y equals 40. Negative 8y equals 40. 8 ones, 8 5s. So y equals negative 5. I mean, they mentioned here c, right? So I just substitute that y as c. So that's going to be c equals to negative 5. That is the value of c. Hope you're following me. Yes, very good. You're answering things. Now, in the xy plane, line W has a slope of negative 8 and passes through line W. Let's say, let me write directly, slope of line W, that equals to negative 8, and passes through point this. Point of W, line W, that equals to 1 by 2 comma negative 1. Which equation defines line L? What I said, when you have any point and slope, any point, it's not y-intercept, any point, then use point slope form. Point slope form. What is point slope form? Y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. So here x1 y1. So what is y1? Negative 1. What is x1? 1 by 2. Rest, and we have slope as well. Slope is negative 8. I just substituted these slope and point into the point slope form. Y minus, that equals to negative 8, x equals to x minus 1 by 2. So now y plus 1, that equals to negative 8x, positive 8, negative into negative, positive 8 into half is 4 directly. So let's keep all things at one place. Negative 8 becomes positive 8, 8x, or let's write it in the form of y equals to mx plus b. Y we need. So forward this 1 to other side. Y equals to negative 8x plus 4 for negative 1, which is plus 3. So negative 8x plus 3. And I don't understand why it's not coming full for you. Fine, I'll check that later. Yes, it's okay. So it's option C, and no need to solve this detail. You can just directly go like this. Here they clearly mention negative 8 as slope. Y equals to mx plus c. In the place of m, it must be negative 8. Where it is not option A, because the slope is something else. And it is maybe option B, maybe option C, but not option D. So you ended up with only 2 now. So B and C. Out of that, how can you pick option B and C? Just directly substitute. If you just substitute x value 1 by 2 here, if you substitute x value 1 by 2 in option B, it's going to be negative 4, negative 5. You're going to get negative 9. That is not y value. But if you substitute here, y equals to negative 8 and the point is 1 by 2 plus 3. So y equals to, what is this? Negative 8, 2 ones, 2 fours. Negative 4 plus 3, y equals to negative 1. So when you take x value at x equals to 1 by 2, you are getting y equals to negative 1. It is matching. So option C, it is fastest way of solving. No need to do slope, point slope form and all. Directly pick the options B or C, eliminate A and D, and just substitute the point what you have into the B and C, which works correctly. That will be your option. That is another way and the quickest way to do it. What is the slope of the graph of y equals to this? So what we do is, the given equation, we turn it into y equals to mx plus c format. 2 by 5, that 18 minus 6x. So that's going to be y equals to negative 11x, negative 2 by 5 times 18, and negative into negative positive 2 by 5 times 6x. So I just deal with only these two. I don't care about this because I just need slope. Slope is connected with only x terms, mx. So y equals to negative 11x positive 2 by 5 times 6x minus 18 2's 36 by 5. Don't care about this, not required. Now try solving this. Negative 11 plus this 2 into 6 is 12 by 5. Let's solve this. Negative 55 plus 12 divided by 15. Negative 55 plus 12, which is equals to 43, negative 43 by 15. So negative 43 by 15, x minus 36 by 5. What do we need? Just slope. Slope is negative 43 by 15. Is it 15 or is it 5? It's just 5. It's 5. Just not 15. It is just 5, right? It's not 15. Negative 43 by 5 is the slope. Sorry. Slope equals, yeah, negative 43 by m. Slope m equals to negative 43 by 5. Let's go to next question. In the xy plane, a line has a x-intercept at this and y-intercept at this. Let's draw randomly. X-intercept negative 2, which means negative 2 will be here, and y-intercept 0, negative 4, somewhere here. So this is how the graph looks like. This is 0, negative 4, and this is negative 2, 0. What is the slope of the line? How can we get, if we have 2 points, to get the slope, what do we do? Just use 0, negative 4, x1, y1, x2, y2. Very simple question. Slope m equals to y2 minus y1. Change in y by change in x. So change in y equals to negative 4, negative 0 divided by 0 minus of minus 2, which is plus 2. So m equals to negative 4 by 2, 2 1's, 2 2's, m equals to negative 2, which is option A. Is that clear? So question number 7. The graph of line L is shown in the xy plane. Okay, this is line L. Which of the following is an equation of the line that is parallel to line L? There is one equation out of ABCD that is parallel to line L. How do we know? We know that if two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Then first find slope of line L equals to What is slope? Rise by run. Rise 1, 2, 3, run 2. Rise by run is 3 by 2. So which of the option has 3 by 2 out of ABCD? It's only option C which has 3 by 2 as its slope. So it's option C because that is the only slope matching with the slope of the given line. Did you get it? Just confirm. Fine. I'll just move with the next question. You're saying negative sign? Negative sign. Why do we get negative sign? Because rise, you learned that rise means upward positive and run right side positive. Both are positive. Rise positive, run positive. You don't care about the below x-axis, above x-axis. It's all about, you have to care about what is rise. Rise is moving upward. Upward is positive. If you're moving downward, you take negative. You're moving leftward, you take negative. Is that clear now? Yes. Here, day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Average speed, number of calories. On Monday, average speed S 7.2 and number of calories burned is C, which is 616. In the same way, there are certain number of speeds and number of calories burned. On certain days of the week, a line runs for an hour on a treadmill. Okay. For each day that she ran on the treadmill last week, the table shown the average speed S at which she ran in miles per hour and the number of calories C she burned during the run. So in the last week, she ran on Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and for this much amount of speed, and she burned this much amount of calorie on a certain day. If the relationship between C and S can be modeled by a linear function, which of the following functions model this relationship? They are saying that if these points can make a relation and model by linear function, if these are points of a linear function, these points, if we just consider this x and y points, and if that is modeled by a linear function, which equation will connect to this points? Let me write this solution. So here, what is the points? 7.2, 616 is 1 point, and we have other points 6.8, 584, and then 7.9, 672, and 8.5, 720. These are the given points. For this, if we are just considering, we are modeled, if the relationship between C and S can be modeled by linear function, if these points are connected with a linear function like a line, if these points connected with a line, then what is that line equation they are asking? It is so easy. Take any 2 points and find the slope. Just consider x1, y1, x2, y2. So slope m equals to y2 minus y1 change in y by x2 minus x1 change in x. So 584 minus 616 divided by 6.8 minus 7.2. So 584 minus 616, that's already 16, 32, which is negative 32 divided by negative 0. How much is remaining? 7.2, 6.8, 0.4. Negative off. So that's going to be 32 divided by 0.4. Had you got the same thing? So but the slope, we still not solve the complete slope. Just a second. You can use Desmos directly to get this answer correct. It's 32 and 32. If you just solve this, you are going to get 80. So your slope is 80. First of all, check which equation has slope 80. That is option C. And you can go with option C directly because none of the options have slope as 80. Other slopes are different. No need to go and make the full equation. You can end it in the half. You have slope. That's fine. If you want to go ahead and solve, you can. You can go ahead and solve, right? Like y equals to mx plus b. And then what is the value of this b? First of all, how can we get this value of b? Take this any point. Take any point like the first point. 7.2 is x. 7.2 is x. And 616 is y. 616 and m is 80 you got plus b. At 7.2 comma 616 you get this. If you solve this, you are going to get b value as 40. And if you form the equation now, you get y equals to mx plus b, y equals to m is 80x plus b is 40, which is again option C. I think it's clear for you now. I'm moving to the next question, question 9. The graph of a line L is shown in the xy plane. Okay, this is the line L shown in the xy plane. If the line L can be represented by the equation y equals to mx plus b, this line L equation equals to y equals mx plus b, they are saying. M and b are constant. Which of the following must be true? Which of the following out of A, B, C, D is true? It's dealing with MB, 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 MB. What is this MB? M means slope, B means y-intercept. What is slope of this line? Slope of the line, rise by run. Slope is positive. M equals positive. What is y-intercept? Y-intercept of the line where it is crossing y-axis, that is y-intercept. Y-intercept is x is 0, y is something negative. Let's say negative, just I'm writing negative, okay? So y-intercept equals to negative, which is b. I'm just writing this b value is negative. So now MB equals to positive times negative. You end up with MB equals to negative. MB is negative means MB is less than 0, which is option B, not A. I think it's clear. Shall I move with the next question? Shall I? I'm moving to question number 10. I don't know. You're so. Why is there a miss? What happened? I'm getting your replies a bit slow. Are you okay? Are you okay with this question? Okay, just be fast to type it, man. Now question 10, line K passes through the point 1, 5 in the xy plane. Okay, let's draw randomly. This is 1, 5. Where is 1? This is 1 and 5 somewhere here. So line K passes through 1, somewhere here it passes. If the line K is perpendicular to the equation, this, let's say I'm just doing randomly. If this line K is perpendicular to the line equation, this, let's say somewhere like this, it is perpendicular. Define line K. We have to get line K equals to line K equation. We need to get it. So how can we get equation? From this equation we can get slope. To form any equation we need slope and we need y-intercept. But here let's get with slope and the given information we can get something else. So now first slope from this. How can we get slope? Product of slopes equals to -1. So here the slope of this line is 1 by 2. Let's say slope line, this is 1 by 2 and m1 that equals to -1. So m1 equals to -2. So we got -2. So I outrightly eliminate C and D because their slopes are -1 by 2 or 1 by 2. No, the slope is -2 just now we found. And what is the equation? Just before I said you, use the point what you have, that K passes through this point. If x equals to 1, let's go with option A. X equals to 1, what happens? Y equals to -2, 1 plus 3, y equals to -2 plus 3, y equals to 1. Are you getting y equals to 1? No, this is actually 1 comma 5. You're not satisfying the option A. So it's not true. If you check with option B at 1 comma 5, y equals to -2 into 1 plus 7. Yes, it's -2 plus 5, y is 5. Yes, when x equals to 1, y is 5. So it's option B. First try to find the slope and then pick any options and use the remaining information with it to get the right option. No need to solve in a traditional way. In the xy plane, a line with slope 1 by 3 passes through the points these two. What is the value of n? So here they given slope equals to 1 by 3 and it is passes through these 2 points. We can this is the slope and it is passes through 3 points, means I can write y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, which is slope, that equals to 1 by 3. I equate both slopes from the points. The points are this to get the unknown value. This is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. So y2 is n minus 1 divided by x2 is 5 minus of minus plus 1 equals 1 by 3. I can easily get the value of n. With these 2 points, I made a slope and they already given slope. I just equated both to get the unknown value, which is n. I think it makes sense. So n minus 1 by 6 equals to 1 by 3, 3 ones, 3 twos. N minus 1 equals 2 and n equals to 2 plus 1, 3 it is. So it's option C. Let's go to question 12. The table shows several values of x, okay, and their corresponding values of f of x. Just like previous one, it's like -3 comma 10, 3 comma 14 and 9 comma 18. Certain value of x, you have certain value of y. There is a linear relation between x and f of x that is defined by the equation this. I'm getting your reply slow. I don't know what is that. Just now I saw your reply C. You're coming behind or what? What is the problem? Is your internet connection fine? Just check it. Just come to the direct live. Like click on the live button and catch up. You are just behind so that your comments are not matching my words. I think now you are in what I'm saying, so just click on the live button on your video so that you can Just click on the live button, so it will be fine. Click on the live button, you will be back to same. Click on live button. Let me know once you clicked. Okay, let's start. So coming back to the 12th question now, they given these x and y points, the linear relationship between x and y, like f of x, that is defined by the equation f of x equals to ax plus b, and we have to find the value of ab. We need to find what's AB value. So we have many points here, like 1, 2, 3. We can get slope easily using any two. I use first two. So my slope m equals to y2, 14 minus 10 y1 by x2, 3 minus of minus, it's plus 3. M equals to 14 minus 10, which is 4 by 6. M equals to 2 by 3. So slope, so A is 2 by 3, I got it just now. F of x equals to 2 by 3 times x plus b. I just got A equals to 2 by 3. Now I have many points with me, this 1, 2, 3. I just any one. Let's say at 9, 18, if you take x equals to 9 and f of x equals to 18, you will get the value of b. That's how we are getting the value of b. So 3 ones, 3 threes, that's 2 3s, 6. 18 equals 6 plus b, and if you forward this to LHS, it's going to be negative 6, and its b value is 12. So you have a and b values now. You just need to find b is 12. A times b equals to 2 by 3 times 12. 3 ones, 3 fours, that's 8. AB equals 8. Let me know if it is done. I'll move to the next question. Yes, very good. You answered it. Try this question, Saidur Rahman. So line P is shown in the xy plane. This is line P, and the point with coordinates phi comma r lies on P. There is phi comma r. Where is phi comma r? Somewhere here. This must be phi comma r. Now what is the value of r? Definitely it must be negative because it is here on the line, so it will be something like this here. So it will be negative. All options are negative only. But how can we pick that r value? So we can able to get the slope from this. If we can able to get the slope, we can able to get the value of r. So what is slope here? Rise. How much is rise? 6, positive 6. M equals to rise by run, so that's positive 6. Run is 0 to again 7, positive 7. So slope is 6 by 7. You have slope and you have y-intercept. Y-intercept is negative 6. B equals to negative 6. Y equals to mx plus b. This is the equation when we have slope and intercept to get a line equation. So y equals to m is 6 by 7x plus, not plus, y-intercept is negative 6, so directly negative 6. At phi comma r, that is the given point. So we know that y is r, y coordinate 6 by 7, and x is phi. I just substitute phi in the place of this and 6. Now I get the value of r. 30 by 7 minus 6 So that's going to be r equals to 30 minus 6 sevens 42 by 7. So here r equals to negative 12 by 7, which is option D. Let me know if it is clear. I'll move with the next question. Okay, question number 14. Line R is shown in the XY plane. This is line R is shown in the XY plane. Line S is not shown clearly. Okay, line S is parallel to line R. What you need to get an idea after reading this, line S is parallel to line R, which means if two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Then slopes are equal and passes through point 1 comma negative 1. Which of the following points lies on S? We have line R. We need line S to check which point works. First of all, what I do is, the main question is we need to find which of the following points, like this, which point lies on S, line S. So to check that, we need line S first of all. To get line S, you need equation. How can you get equation? Y equals to mx plus b. Do you have slope? Yes, I have. Rise is 1, run is 2. So it is 1 by 2. And what is y-intercept? Tell me. Okay. What's y-intercept? M equals to 1 by 2. And then y-intercept is positive 1. B equals to 1. Then we can form the equation using this. Y equals to 1 by 2x plus 1. So which equation is this? You use the slope and you use the y-intercept of line R. This is line R, but we need line S. Line S. To get line S, the equation what we formed is line R. Both are equal, slopes are equal, and line S is parallel to R and passes through this point. Line S passes through 1 comma negative 1. We have a point and we have a slope 1 by 2. This is line R equation. We need line S. So using this we get line S. We have a point and we have a slope. If we have a point and slope, we use slope, point slope form. Y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. So that's going to be y is y minus y1, which is negative 1 positive 1, which is 1 by 2, x minus 1. So you get 2y, just send this 2 to other side, 2y plus 2 equals to x minus 1. So that's going to be, oh no, sorry, we need y equals to mx plus c format, right? So we don't do that. So y plus 1, that equals to half x minus half. So we are going to get what? Y equals to 1 by 2x. This is negative 1, negative 1, negative 1, negative half. That's going to be negative 3 by 2. 1 by 2x, negative 3 by 2. This is the equation of line S. Fine, but we need, now we got equation of line S. In the equation of line S, there is one point, which is that. So take option A. If you take option A, negative 3, at negative 3 comma negative 3. So at x equals to negative 3, which means y equals to 1 by 2 negative 3 minus 3 by 2, y equals to negative 3 by 2 negative 3 by 2. So y equals to negative 6 by 2, 2 ones, 2 threes. Y equals to negative 3. Yes, at x equals to negative 3, y equals to negative 3, you are getting option A itself. You are getting the answer. It's option A. If you go with negative 2, you are getting negative 2. Check it. If you go with negative 2 here, negative 2 and 2 will off, and negative 1. Negative 1, negative 3 by 2. If you solve that, you are going to get negative 5 by 2 you are going to get. You're not going to get negative 2 as y. If you check with B, D, C, D also, you are not going to get the values correctly. Option A is perfectly matching. Hope you get it. Here you need to understand one thing. We need line S, not line equation R, because we are checking the point. Points are lying. Following points lies on line S. To check that, you need line S equation only. That's why we found line S. How can we find a line? We have a slope, we have a point. We used point slope form, and then we move ahead and form the equation and substituted options to check whether it's working or not. Yes, I think it's super clear. Let's move with the next question. We have two equations. In the given pair of equations, h is a constant. Okay, this is a constant. The graph of the equation in the xy plane are perpendicular lines. These two are the perpendicular lines. What is the value of h? First, what I do is, they said these two are perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines means immediately product of slopes must be negative 1. That is the idea you need to get. Here what I do is, the first equation, the given thing, I turn it into y equals to mx plus c format. So that's going to be y equals to negative 6x plus 17. And then the second one, y equals to, what it happens, negative, that equals to negative h by 9x, or else let me write two steps not to make complicated. So negative 9 as it is, negative 9y equals to negative hx negative 8. So the equation turns out to be what? Y equals to h by 9x and positive 8 by 9, because we divided by negative 9, negative 9, negative 9. So negative, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, negative, negative, 9, 9 off. So we have these two equations, negative 6x plus 17. So now why we did like this? Because we need slopes. We have here slopes. And here what is the value of h? Product of slopes m1 times m2 equals to negative 1. m1 equals to negative 6 and m2 equals to what? H by 9. That equals to negative 1. So h by 9, negative, negative off, and 2, 3 2s, 3 3s. So what do you end up with? You have 2 by 3, h equals to 1, h equals to 3 by 2. So that's how I found the value of h. No, it's not negative 3 by 2. Check it properly. It's positive 3 by 2. Yes, fine. Let's go to question number 16. A line in the xy plane passes through the point 6, negative 3. Just randomly do it to get a good idea about the question. 6, negative 3. Where it will be? 6 will be here, negative 3 will be here. So somewhere it is here, 6, negative 3. And crosses the x-axis at 15, 0. So where must be the 15? Somewhere on the top, the 15 will lie. Like here, somewhere here it is 15, 0. If the line also passes through -9 comma t, -9, x equals to -9, x value -9, where it will be x value -9, somewhere here. So somewhere, let's say we draw a line like this and connect things. I'm just doing randomly to understand question better, nothing else. It's not needed. So I just draw a line. Here it's -9 comma t. What they said? They said three things to us. Let me reread the question and tell you. First, a line is in the xy plane passes through the point 6 comma -3. I just did here 6 comma -3. Crosses the x-axis at 15 comma 0. So it is 6 means this the right side will be 15 matched. If the line also passes through -9, -9 will be on the left side -9. So somewhere here too. It is on the same line if the line also passes through the same point. So that's why I drag like this. Hope you're getting my way of thinking. What is the value of this t? We have to get the value of t. So how can we get the value of t? Here with these 2 points, we can get the slope. And that slope we equate to this 2. I'll just do it here, you see. I just take -9 comma t and 6 comma -3. And I will take here 6 comma -3 and 15 comma 0. With the help of this 2, I write slope. What is slope? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Here also change in y by change in x. Like this slope, the slope of this and the slope of this must be same because they are on the same line. Hope you're getting it. Now let's apply the thing y2. What is y2? -3. y1 negative of t divided by x2. 6 minus of minus plus 9, that equals to y2. 0 minus of minus plus 3. x2 is 15 minus 6. So now -3 negative t divided by 15, that equals to 3 by 15 minus 6 is 9. So 3 ones, 3 threes, 3 ones, 3 fives. So -3 negative t equals to 5 on the RHS, so it's 5. So negative t equals to 5 plus 3, negative t equals to -8. Let me know if this is clear. Shall I move with the next question? Last question? Yes. So now the given graph find. In the xy plane, the graph of the linear function f is perpendicular to the graph of the linear function g. So this is linear function line f. It is perpendicular to g, which is not shown. If the graph of f and g intersect at 1 comma 5 by 2, where is 1 comma 5 by 2? X is 1. 1 comma 5 by 2 means 2.5. Where is 2.5? This is 2. Somewhere here, this is 2.5. This is 3 and this is 2. So somewhere here, these two, line f and line g intersect. And they are perpendicular, they said. F is perpendicular to g. So I draw a line like this. So they are intersecting at 1 comma 5 by 2 and they are perpendicular like this. Now what is the value of g of 1? Function g of 1 equals to how much? To get the function g of 1, first of all, do you have line g? Find line g and then you get this. Hope you get it. So to get then g of 1, you get it. So how you're going to get line g? First of all, to get any line, you need a slope. Do you have slope? Slopes are, you have one slope. Product of slopes, product of slopes equals to -1 directly. m1 -1. So here, what is m1? Line f slope. How can you get the line f slope? Here the rise is 1, run is 2. 1 and 2, positive 1 by 2. I'll write m slope of line m slope mf equals to 1 by 2. So I just take in the place of that 1 by 2 into m2, that equals to -1, m2 equals to -2. You got slope of line G. Slope of line G equals to slope of line G equals -2. This has got stuck. Hold on for a second. Let me see what happened. Yes, it is fine now. Let's go back. Yes, you see here, I just found the slope of line G just using product of slopes, and I have a slope of f is 1 by 2 from the graph, which is by using rise by run I got that 1 by 2. Now I have slope, and I need one more thing. What is that? A point. They said it clearly, if the graphs f and g intersect at one point. So I have another point. Slope of line G is -2 and point 1 comma 5 by 2 I have. I can make the equation now. What equation I'm going to use? Y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. When I have a slope and any point, I use slope intercept form. Sorry, point slope form I'm going to use. I just use that here, point slope form. Y minus y1 is 5 by 2, m equals to -2, x minus 1. So that's going to be y minus 5 by 2, that equals to -2x, positive 2. That's going to be y equals to -2x plus 2 plus 5 by 2. I just forwarded to RHS. So y equals to -2x for 9 by 2 plus 9 by 2. So now what do I need? I need g of 1. So this is g of 1. G of not 1, g of -1 I need. So y is nothing but the function g is nothing but this is g of x only. That equals to -2x plus 9 by 2 only. So what I'm going to do now is I just substitute g of -1. This is what I'm doing. -2x value -1 plus 9 by 2. So that equals 2 plus 9 by 2. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 9 by 2. That is 13 by 2, which is 6.5. Yes, done. How I solved it? First, to find the g of 1, I need line equation. So to find line equation, I have only point only. I don't have slope. So I found slope. I used the point and I used it in the point slope form and I got the equation. After getting equation, I got the value of g of -1. Yes. We are done with complete exercise 6.1. Done for today. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.